What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear. Today I have a package. This is the last of 3 knives that I bought that are on the budget end. I wanted to pick a few different budget knives that I thought and that I've heard many people talk about being really good for the price. So the first one I got was the CRKT Pilar 3. Really been enjoying this knife. The second one was the Civivi Riffle. Both of these so far have really met up to the hype that I've been hearing about them. And then now we have one more. What is it you say? Let's get into it. So I'm going to be using the bug out that I got from my buddy Jeremy, aka Sharp. I'm thinking about Doug, aka Freak Show EDC. This one, he has really been wanting to get me on the bug out kick because I had one on the channel, but it was for somebody else. I gave it a gift. He was like, I'm going to change your mind. And this one is, if I had to have one, this one definitely is. Has he changed my mind? I don't know. You'll have to see. But we're going to use it for an unboxing knife today. Jeremy's such a cool dude. Talk to him all the time. He's just a wonderful supporter of the channel, and he's been a viewer forever and sent like all kind of knives because he's just freaking awesome that way. So Bug Out made short work of this. Let's go ahead and get open. Big old box for a little bitty box. So what we got here. This is just no stickers, nothing like that. Just the packing list and all that. No biggie. No biggie. I didn't want these stickers anyway, Knife Center. All right. So as you can see, it's a Kershaw. I haven't bought a Kershaw in a long time. Not really been a big fan, really. I've had a couple of the launch series, which have been really nice. The Leak, I think I bought my buddy a Leak because I lost his knife. I borrowed it to sharpen. No idea where it went. I bought him a replacement knife that was actually more expensive than the knife that I had, and then I found that knife later. It had fallen in my closet, went to a shoe that I didn't ever wear, and then I found it and just gave that one back to him and said, keep the other one. But that was the last time I bought a knife from Kershaw. This one is the Highball XL. 2 people that have had this knife that I've seen reviews on, mild-mannered EDC, and then my buddy NAF Sergeant. Those 2 guys talked about this knife and how good it was. I trust them. They are friends. So I was like, that's got to be one of the 3 that I get for this. So, boom. There it is. I think it's a very cool looking design. Steel frame lock, D2 steel, your typical, budget knife materials. Does have a deep carry pocket clip. It's not inlaid into the scales, but it does have flat head screws that are countersunk. Very, very nice. Some blue accents on the gray or blasted steel frame. Really cool little design on the backspacer. The backspacer, I think, is G10. Yeah, that's definitely G10. So, all right, the reason I wanted this is because you guys know that I really like to reverse flick my knives, and so that is something that's necessary for me if I'm going to buy a budget knife especially. This one has the little groove. It's not really a fuller. It's just, I wouldn't call this a fuller, but it has this little pocket cut out there. Let's see what the detent is for the reverse flick. Oh yeah. And look at that action. So guys, you really don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get really good knives with good detents and actions like I love. You guys know, if you see my videos, I love a good detent action, but you don't have to spend the kind of money that I do on some of these really high-end knives to get something that is worth it. This feels really good. Oh, look at that. All right, so it's not exactly huge, right? I like the bigger knives. So I was worried about this being too small for me. So let's find out. Barely getting my 4 fingers on it. But I really like the jimping. Look at the jimping that goes all the way up here to that blade. So that's really, really nice because this is where my hand lands. That jimping feels amazing. So I really like that. It does have a little bit of a spot here It's not really a place you can choke up, so I wouldn't recommend it. Forward finger, wrapping up. So it is definitely barely a 4-finger knife. Feels pretty good. It's not great, but it feels good in hand. I can barely feel this area of the pocket clip in my hand. Would I call it a hot spot? No, because it's not hurting or anything. I can feel that it's there though. But the main thing really is the action, this blade shape, and that fuller. I really, really like that. The blade, it's just, I've never seen it done like this as far as how it's cut out. See how it's just almost like they just took an end mill and just went in there and just come right back out. Really interesting. I'm kind of interested to see how the cutting performance is with that little area there. Will it hinder it? Will it not? I don't know. But I love the shape of this guy. This is the XL. So it's not XL, so don't let that fool you. I knew that it wasn't XL to my standards, but I knew that it was probably going to be one of my secondary blades, which most of these are. But something that was still fun, still durable, and cut well. So we shall see. It definitely doesn't feel like it's too thin behind the edge. Not like the riffle is anyway. The riffle feels like super thin. All of these will get its full review, and then we will do a comparison between all of these. But first impressions is that I like it. I'm not in love, but I like it. I am in love with the aesthetics because I think it just really looks cool. I love the jimping. I love the middle finger flick that I can get out on this guy. There's just a couple of things that I would rather change, but that is the same way on all of these. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. And thank you to Mild Mannered EDC and the NAF Sergeant for creating wonderful videos on this knife that kind of pushed me over the edge to say, yep, that was one of the ones that I was going to buy in the 3. So guys, thank you for stopping by and checking this out with me for its first impressions. Full review to come. Definitely stay tuned for more because we got so many things coming on the channel, and I love every single one of you. The channel has been growing, and it's amazing. So anyways, stay safe in this crazy world that we are living in, and we will see you in the next one.